Hello friends, so in this video we are going to solve this problem, Sherlock and valid strings. So first of all, going by the problem statement, let us see what does the problem says. So it's a problem that's of medium complexity on Hackerrank. And so the problem states that Sherlock considers a string to be valid. All the characters of the string appears the same number of times. So you have to count the frequency of every character that is in the string, and every character must have the same frequency. So if every character has have the same frequency, then the string is valid. It is also valid. So there is one more condition. They are giving one more condition by which the string is also valid. It is also valid if we can remove just one character at one index in the string. Okay, so suppose you have one string. Suppose this is my string A B C C C. It's so A B C. Suppose I have this string A B C C. This is my string A B C C. So A is having the frequency 1, B is having the frequency 1, and C is having the frequency 2. So this can also be called as a valid string because by just removing this one character, see, if I remove one character from the string, the resultant string is a valid string. So this string is a valid string. I just remove this one character, so the frequency of C now becomes 1. So every character has the same frequency. So this is a valid string because if we can remove just one C of each, remove one C and have one of each character in the remaining string. So A B triple C is not a valid string. This is not a valid string. Okay. Why? Because you have three occurrences of C. So you have to see in the string whether you can just remove one character from the string, and if you remove one character from the string, the resultant string has every character of the same frequency. This is the case, and string is a valid string. So in this, the what kind of approach we are going to apply? First of all, we will calculate the frequency of every character that is occurring in the string. So suppose you have A, B, C, C. So the frequency of A is 1, the frequency of B is 1, and the frequency of C is 2. Okay, this way, I have calculated the frequency of every element that is in a string. I will store them in an array. Suppose I will store them in the array and then I will sort the array. So the resultant sorted array will be like 1, comma 1, comma 2. This will be my array. So in what case can we say that this string is a valid, this array, through this array, I need to decide that this string is a valid string or it is not a valid string. So the first condition which we can observe, suppose I am taking a hypothetical case, we can consider a string in which, let us say, all the elements have the same frequency. So that this will be for always a valid string. Suppose there are four characters and every character has a frequency 3. So this is a valid string. Every character has frequency 3. So it's a valid string. It's already a valid string. Okay. So in this case, I just need to check because the array is sorted. I have sorted this array. So if the zeroth element is equal to the element in the n minus 1th index, so that means it's a valid string. The second case which can occur is can be something like this. Suppose there are four characters, 3, 3, 3, and this is 4. So this is having this last character. See, this last character over here is having one more frequency than it is one more than 3. So you can do comparison like this. If A0 is equal to AN minus 2 and AN minus 2 is equal to, if the name of this array is A, suppose I name this array as A. So AN minus 2 is equal plus 1 is equal to AN minus 1. In this way, this is also a valid string because see, this last character, this has a frequency 4. If I just remove one occurrence of this character, then the resulted string will be a valid string in which every character will have the same frequency. This is one more case, and there is one more case which we need to see. This case is something like this. Suppose my array has five elements. I say that the array is five elements. This first element has a frequency 1. This has frequency 5, this has frequency 5, this has frequency 5, this has frequency 5. Now if I remove this first character, suppose I remove this first character, occurrence of this first character, the resultant string is a valid string in which every character has a same frequency. So we have to effectively consider these three cases. See, these three cases we have to consider. I will make a array that is the frequent. I will make an array that is having the frequency of every character in the string, and then I will consider these three cases. What is my first case? See this 3, 3, 3, and then 4. So the last character is having one more frequency than the previous character. There is one more case in which every string has this, see, this is the case in which every character has the same frequency. We don't need to do anything in this case. This is the case in which every character is having the same frequency, but the last character in the sorted array is having one more frequency. Suppose 3, 3, 3, and 4. So if I remove just one occurrence of this character, the resultant string will be a valid string. And that and there can be one more condition in which I am having this array in which all the characters in which the first character is having the frequency one, and then every character is having the same frequency. So this is one more case in which I remove just the first element, and the resultant string will be a valid string. So in this way we can approach this problem. So now I will go and actually code this problem. So let me do one thing. Let us just clear all this, and then I will see. Let us go on to the code, and it's okay. So let us go on to the code and let us actually solve the problem. So I'll go back to my ID and see. This is my function. Will just copy this function. So this is a function which is taking an argument as the string as an argument. So I'll just copy the function over here. This is my function in which this string is the argument. So the first task that needs to be done is to calculate the frequency of every character that is in the string. So there can be a base case if suppose the length of the string, suppose if I say the length of the string is 1. If this is 1, then in this case I just need to return a yes because it's a valid string. So if the string is a valid string, I just need to return a yes. So if the length of the string is 1, it's already a valid string. So we need not do anything in that case. So in the rest of the case, I will just take a dictionary, and in the dictionary, I will store the frequency of every character that is in the string. So for x in s, for every character that is in the string, if the character is not, if suppose if x not in the dictionary dot, if it is not in the dictionary, then I will say that dx is equal to 1, and if this is not the case, if it is already in the dictionary, else I will write dx equal to dx plus 1. So effectively this piece of code is calculating the frequency of every character that is in the string. Okay, so now I have my dictionary in which I have calculated the count of every character that is in the string. Now let me take a array. This is an empty array, and in this array I will keep all the frequencies. So I will write, so for x in suppose d dot keys, for every key that is in the dictionary, and dot append I will say dx. See, this is this piece of code. So for example, if you were suppose for example you have this string, suppose a b b c, you have this string. So frequency of a is 2. In the dictionary content will be, see, the dictionary content will be frequency of a is 2, frequency of b is 2, and the frequency of c is 1. And then in my array I have appended all these frequency counts. So the array will have all the frequency counts. So the frequency count of A is 1, the frequency count B is 2, sorry, the frequency count of A is 2, B is 2, and C is 1. So this way. And now I'm going to sort this array. So the resultant array will be like 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is my resultant array. See, this is my resultant array. Okay. So now I will sort my array. So sorting the array is quite I'll just Python, it's just one line of code. I will say array dot sort. Okay, I have sorted my array, and now for example, I just take out the length of the array, so the frequency count of every character that is in the number of distinct characters. This number n will be the number of distinct characters which are in my string. Okay. Okay, so now I just need to have few test cases. The very first test case which I'm going to have is like this. Suppose you are having this case. Suppose the case is something like this, which we already discussed. If this is the case, suppose you are having four elements. You are having four elements. This has frequency C. This has frequency 3. It's a sorted ARR array, and this has frequency 4. So you can very well observe this is AR, this the length of this array is n, this is ARR n minus 2, this is ARR n minus 1, and ARR n minus 2 plus 1 equal to ARR n minus 1, and ARR 0 is equal to ARR n minus 2. if these two conditions hold, then the string is a valid string, because if I remove this just one occurrence of this string, then the resultant string will be a valid string. So let us go and actually apply this condition. So what is the condition? I will write like ARR n minus 2 plus 1 is equal to ARR of n minus 1, sorry, n minus 1, and ARR 0, because it's a valid string. So ARR is equal to ARR n minus 2. So okay, to 0 to n minus 2 is having all of them having the same frequency, and the element at the last index position just one more than its previous indexed element. So if this is the case, in this case I'm just going to return yes, a string. In this case, a string is a valid string. The second case which I'm going to consider is that all the characters have the same frequency, so that we already saw. All the characters have the same frequency. See, this is the case. Suppose there are 4 characters and every character have the same frequency. 3, 3, 3, and 3. So if it is a sorted array, then I just considered 0th element and the n minus 1th index. If they both are the same, that means every character has the same frequency. So this is what I'm going to do. If suppose ARR of 0 is equal to ARR of n minus 1. If this is the case, then in this case also I'm going to return a yes. See, okay, I'm also going to return a yes. And there was one more case. If ARR of 0 is equal to 1, and array at element index 1 is equal to ARR at element index n minus 1. So if this means that I am having a string, or which is something like this. The string is something like this. This is the element at the very first index is 1. This is 1, and then suppose there are four more characters. Every character has the same frequency, 5, 5, 5, 5. So the element at the 0th index is 1, and then element at the first index is equal to the element at the n minus 1th index. Because this is a sorted array. If this is a sorted array, that means I remove this just one occurrence of this string, and the resultant string will be a valid string. So I can very well write this case also. In this case also, the resultant string will be a valid string. So I just do this return what? Return yes. And if none of these cases are followed, in this case I just need to return what? The string is not a valid string. So I'll just return no in this case. See, this way I've just applied the solution. So let us go and test this solution for some basic test cases. So what all cases we have considered, just let us try and run this code for that particular test cases. Suppose the name of this method is valid, and I give a string in which every character has the same frequency, ABC, ABC, C, ABC, ABC. So it's a valid string. So if I run this piece of code, it will print yes. See, it is printing a yes. Now, if I increase the frequency of C by 1, then also this string will be a valid string. Okay, let us find on this code. See, it is returning a yes. And now, if suppose if like the case is something like this, A, and then you are having H, H, G, G, D, F, D, F. Okay, like this. So A is having the frequency. Suppose now I write H, G, D, F, like this case. So every character A is having the frequency 1, and then H is having the frequency 3, G is having the frequency 3, D is having the frequency 3, and F is also having the frequency 3 in the string. So this was the last case that we considered. So this will also be a valid string. Let us see if it works out or not. See, it is also returning yes, it's also a valid string. If I get a string like this, suppose I increase the frequency of by 1, it will not be a valid string. It is trying on this piece of code. So it is returning a no. So I think this solution is working fine. Let us go to Hackerrank, and then let us just copy the solution, and let us see if it is working or not. Okay, let me clear all these points. Uh, Clear. Okay. So this is my Hackerrank ID. Let me paste the solution. Definition is valid, and let us try and run this piece of code. So all the test cases must get passed. See, the base cases are running fine, and then let me submit the code. Just see if this is working fine or not. So all the cases must run fine. It is taking some time. Okay, so congratulations. We have successfully run all the test cases, and every test case is running fine. See, all the test cases running fine. So in this way, I just solved this problem. The name of the problem is Sherlock and valid string. So it is a very simple problem. If you are thorough with the concept of dictionaries, I think this problem is not at all will not be at all difficult for you. So just having the count of frequency of every character that is in the string, then storing the every frequency in an array, and then sorting the array, and then just looking out for cases. That these cases can be just be done in constant time. See, all these three cases which we discuss, these cases can just be resolved in constant time. So these cases, taking out all these cases will take a constant time. So running through the dictionary will take order of n time, and then eventually you're sorting the array, and then these operations are just they just run in constant time. So in this way, we have solved this problem. It is running fine. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. See you in the next video.